everyone, I hope you like the lighting. I've just filmed another video without this lighting and then I put it on and I thought the lighting's not good enough. I've got to find another way of lighting it, so I hope this is much better quality, so thumbs up for the better lighting if you think it's better. This video is just my drugstore favourites. I've gathered all the products that I use a lot. I use a lot of Highstreet, as you call it in England, like from Boots and Superdrug. I use a lot of products from the Highstreet or drugstore, and I think a lot of the time they can be really good. So I've got my favourites here that you could really do your home makeup with. The only thing I haven't got any of is eyeshadows, but I have got one Natural Collection one that is really good, so I'll just put that in there. I'll start with face products. The firstly, these are all available on the Highstreet. They're not like Avon or Elf or anything online, like it's stuff you can buy in the shops. This is the L'Oreal Paris Studio Secrets Resurfacing Primer. This is on the pricier side. This is like £14 or £15. I've used quite a lot of it. This is like my third tub of this. You can nearly always get it on a deal somehow in Superdrug, but it's quite silicone-y when you put it on, but it's really smoothing, and it literally covers like pores up and you can't see them, and it makes your makeup last a lot longer, like seriously longer, and it just makes your skin feel and look really soft. And I don't use it every day, but I just threw it across the room, but it is definitely worth it for nights out and stuff, and like this tiny little pot will last you for months and months and months. Definitely recommend that. The next is a foundation, and this is the only drugstore foundation I've got, so I thought I'd give it a mention, but it's not my favourite foundation ever, but I do enjoy using it, and it's the Revlon Colorstay. It's very similar to the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, so if you want to try that, you may as well just try this because it's cheaper. They've got really good selection of colours and different skin types, so this one's a normal dry one, you can get an oily one and loads of different colours, so it's really good for that. It's definitely a heavy coverage foundation and it stays on all day. It's like the longest wearing foundation that I've got, and it is really good. I just prefer lighter finish most time, but for winter or again like night times it's really nice. And I am the shade 150 Buff, just in case for reference. The next one is one that everyone loves, and it's the Collection 1000 Lasting Perfection Concealer, and I've got shade 1 Fair. I use this under my eyes and on blemishes. The writing does come off, but that doesn't really bother us. It's so cheap and it's really good. It's better than any MAC one I've tried. I've tried most of them, and this is the best one I've tried. It comes with a little doe foot applicator thing, and all I do is sweep it under my eyes and dot it on blemishes, maybe right around my nose, and it buffs in really easy with just a little brush, and all your fingers is just as good, and it really brightens, especially under your eyes. It brightens if you buy like the lightest colour, and it just covers blemishes really easy. It doesn't crease under the eyes, and it's really nice, and it lasts all day again. So they're really good bases. Bronzer I've got is the Bourjois chocolate one. A lot of these are quite predictable, but you know, and as you can see I've used a lot of it. Hang on, someone's talking. Yeah, it's the chocolatey one. It smells really nice, like so good. It doesn't even smell like chocolate, it just smells lush. But yeah, I use this for contouring, and in the summer I use it like all over, and yeah, really good. Not much more you can say about it. The next one is blushes, and these are Natural Collection blushes, and these are like £1.99 or something, and they're like one of my favourite go-to blushes. I've got Peach Melba and Dusky Pink, and they're just really pretty standard blushes. They last a while, don't break us out or anything, but nothing else really does, so I can't really comment on that, but they're cheap and nice, and I'd recommend them to anyone. Moving on to eyes. I haven't got a kohl liner because the favourite one I've got is Avon, and I didn't want to include it in here even though it's like drugstore price. It's not acceptable on the Highstreet. Not accessible. So first one I've got is the Maybelliene Gel Liner. I've never tried gel liner till I tried this, so I haven't tried the more high-end ones, but this is good enough for me. I've used it to death already. But this is so much easier than liquid liner, I find. Like, I still use liquid, but this, to me, is really good for like a beginner if you want the winged liner or anything, because it sounds harder dipping the brush in here and using it instead of the liquid, but it's much easier to use somehow, it just is. And this stays on forever, and really like it. It comes with a little brush, but I don't use that one, but it's usable, it's fine, but I just prefer something else. Yeah, definitely recommend this. The liquid liner I use is the L'Oreal Paris Super Liner Carbon Gloss. It's got the tiniest little nib, so that you can get a really thin line, or you can build it up if you want, and it's really black and glossy, as carbon gloss would suggest. And yeah, best liquid liner I've ever tried, and it stays black and stays glossy all day. It's not like gonna fade, so I really like that. The kind of fun choice I've got is the Collection 2000 Glam Crystals liner. They've got a load of different colours of these, and for like a night time or something where you want a bit of sparkle, they're a really nice option. They last amazingly well. I was really impressed because most of these kind of things are kind of like a clear liner kind of thing with a bit of glitter in. These are really full on glitter, like they've got a lot in them, and it packs the glitter on. It's not just a few little dabs of it, and it stays like once it's dried, it's fantastic. Like it takes a while to dry, so normally what I do is if I put it on, I'll dry it with a hairdryer. I'll just close my eyes for like 2 seconds, and it's just instantly dry, so it doesn't get everywhere. But this is not going anywhere once it's dry, so it's really nice, and it's only like £2. My favourite mascara, one of my favourite ever mascaras, and is from the Drugstore, and I think you can't go wrong with Drugstore mascaras. I think some of the best ones I've had are from there, and the high-end ones aren't even any better in my opinion. And my favourite at the minute is the Volumizer from Bourjois. It's one of those 2-step ones where you have the little wand, and that's step 1, and all it does is separates and lengthens, and it's really nice if you just like a subtle look, but I don't. So I always go with the second brush and pack the volume on. Sometimes that can make them clump together a bit, so what I do in that case is I quickly get step 1 back out and go through it, and it just separates them but keeps the volume, and it's really good. It gives one of the most amazing volume. It gives the most amazing volume of a mascara I've ever tried, and it's my favourite, and I'm so glad I've got it. Now, lastly, on to lips. I've got quite through this quite quick considering how many products there is. My favourite lip balm is Carmex, this cherry one. I've gone through loads of these tubes, and you only need a tiny bit, and it's not too thick and greasy. It just sinks in and it actually moisturises your lips. It's a common myth that like Vaseline that moisturises you, it doesn't. It's just a barrier cream, and it doesn't really like get in and put your moisturiser. It just stops moisture coming out, whereas this actually puts moisture in, so that's an added bonus. And it's got SPF 15, which is just great. I use this every single day. It's my favourite, and it's only like £2 or something. I've got 3 favourite different lipsticks. Oh, I've got another Rimmel one I like. Well, this first one's a Rimmel one. I love the Last and Finish Rimmel one, just so you know, but I forgot to bring it over here. This is the Rimmel Moisture Renew, and these are really moisturising, and I love the purple packaging. This is my favourite nude ever. It's called Nude Delight, and I absolutely love it to death. They all smell really nice, Rimmel lipsticks, and they're my favourite Drugstore brand for lipsticks. The Last and Finish ones are really nice as well, one of my favourite formulas. Another really cheap one, this is kind of like a MAC glaze kind of finish, is the number 17 Mirror Shine. This is Belle, and it's a bit darker than the Beehive one. I prefer this to Beehive because it gives a more pigmented lip. I've got loads of different colours that I really want to try, but it just gives a light wash of colour, just a nice sheen, and they're really cheap. And another one I really like for a more pigmented colour is the Sleek ones, in this tiny little packet. And this is a bright red one called Vixen, and a really pigmented lipstick. I love matte ones and everything, but I really think you can get just as good ones on the high street. And then for lip liners, I've got number 7. And they've got pencil sharpener on the bottom, which I just took out by accident, which is really handy. But they're just a twisty up one, and then you sharpen it in the bottom. This is Plum, and these are really handy to get with the £5 off vouchers, because then they only work out at like £2-ish. So I've got nearly every colour of these, and they're really nice and long lasting, and your lipstick can wear off, but this won't wear off, and it's really good to have under a lipstick all over your lips, and then your lipstick won't come off. And last product before my battery goes, this is the a lip stain which they went mad for last year. All the drugstore brands released them, but these are my favourites, and it's the Revlon Just Bitten. And this colour, if it tells us somewhere, is Passion, so it's a pink. And it just looks like a felt tip pen. And all you do is like you colour your lips in, and it stains it. And it comes with the little lip balm on the bottom, which I just put over the top to kind of keep it moisturised, because these stains can be quite drying. But these, I find these great to use in like when I'm on holiday and stuff, because like on holiday I don't really want lipstick all over my face when I'm like sunbathing and that, but I find these are really nice because it just gives you the colour, but you don't look like you sat there with full on lipstick by the pool. So I like stains for summertime. So that is it. That's everything. I've got to go and eat my tea now because it's just been cooked. So thanks for watching. Please like, and if you've got any recommendations for drugstore products that I need to try, please tell us in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye.